Alright, today we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. In order to subtract fractions or even add fractions, we have to have a common denominator before we can do anything. So what I like to do is I like to draw my eye to the denominators. So the way I do that is I just circle my denominators to kind of see, are they common or are they not? Because they're both common, I know my denominator can stay 7. And then all I have to do is add the numerators straight across. And it says 3 plus 4, which I know equals 7. So this means I have 7 pieces out of 7 pieces, which gives me 1 whole. So that's my answer. So it's pretty easy when the denominators are the same already, or they're already common. But what happens when they're not common? So like in number 2, I have a denominator of 2 and a denominator of 11. So when I have unlike denominators, I need to put them in the slide. So I have 1/2 and 2/11. And I'm going to put them in the slide. I'm focusing on the denominators. What can come out of 2 and 11? Well, the only thing that can come out of 2 and 11 is 1. So 2 divided by 1 is 2. 11 divided by 1 is 11. That's as far as I go. So I have to draw my L for the least common denominator. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 11 is 22. So my new denominator is 22. Because I'm done with these old denominators, I like to scratch them out so that there's not as many numbers going on. Because now I'm focusing on my numerators. I need new numerators. If I touch the bottom, I got to touch the top. If I touch the top, I got to touch the bottom. Whatever I do to one, I have to do to the other. So now that I'm finding the numerators, my eye is going to focus on the numerators. So I'm going to go from 1 and cross multiply times 11. So 1 times 11 is 11, and 2 times 2 is 4. My directions say find the sum, which means I'm adding, so I'm going to add these two together. So 11 plus 4 is 15 over 22. And that's my answer. Okay, let's do one more together. So this one we have 2/4 plus 3/12. My denominators are not common, so I'm going to place those in the slide so that I can find the common denominator. I'm focusing on my denominators. I can use 2 because both of them are even, but because I know my math facts, I'm going to go ahead and try 4. I hit 1, so I'm done. Draw my L for my least common denominator. And I get 12 as my denominator because 4 times 1 is 4 and 4 times 3 is 12. So I'm done with my denominators. Okay, now I want to focus on my numerators. So I'm going to cross multiply. 2 times 3 is 6 and 3 times 1 is 3. Notice you have to go in the same order. 2/4 came first, so that's what I'm focusing on first, and that's what's going to come first. If you mix them up, especially when it comes to subtraction, you're going to get the wrong answer because order does matter. Once again, I'm finding the sum, so I need to add, and I get 9/12. This is an answer, but it's not a final answer because these two numbers can be simplified. And the way I simplify is by placing them in the slide. I can take 9/12, once again, order matters, and I can divide it each by 3, and I get the fraction 3/4. So if they can be simplified, you need to place them in a slide. So like I can come back here to 15 over 22, and I can do 15 and 22 and place them in the slide. And the only thing that's going to come out is 1, so nothing changes.